Okay, so in your last fight you became the SA champion, now you're fighting for the WBA international title. How does it feel to be moving so quickly?
Yeah, it's exciting to move quickly, yeah. For me, I think, yeah, it's the time to achieve my goals, yeah.
From getting no fights, when I say no fights, relatively little experience, to getting golden opportunities like this, why did we have to wait so long?
Firstly, we're fighting for the IBF International title.
Not WBA.
Not the WBA,
Okay.
We're fighting for the IBF International. It's currently vacant against Ulysses Lara. Ati will be the third South African to face Ulysses, which is a good thing, because I think we're going to be the ones to get rid of Lara in South Africa. It wasn't, I think, an issue of inactivity. I think it's the case that Ati had left Mthatha, he had come up to Joburg. I think what the promoter did was allow us time to all get familiar with one another. He gave us a shot in September last year, 8-rounder. We got rid of the boy in 2 rounds. We waited, we were in line for the SA title. SA title went vacant. Then we had an issue because what happened is the guys within the ratings were either scheduled to fight, and the guy that Shamesha, who he had lost the SA title against, he declined the fight. They told our promoter that they were moving up, which wasn't the actual truth. But then we went the furthest down the line until we had Tulani Gomedi accept the fight. He was sitting at number 8. Unfortunately, BSA, Shamesh's camp put a stop to that with BSA to stop us from fighting Gumeda, and said they wanted the opportunity because they were number 2. But they previously said they were moving up a division. Said no problem, and it just caused a postponement after postponement. We then got the SA title shot. Dumezweni took care of him in 4 rounds, which was a good redemption for him, considering that he had lost him in a 12th round stoppage. He blew him away in 4 rounds, and I think it showed the quality of where he had come from in 2 years and how far he had grown as a fighter in 2 years, that he was able to previously go 12 rounds with a guy and then he got stopped in the 12th to now get rid of the guy in 4 rounds. So I think the promoter and all these London fans saw that Dumezweni's made a good change. And I think everyone feels like he's past that SA level. There's really no competition for him in South Africa in the SA ratings. So it doesn't make sense for him to sit and make defenses of the SA title. He'll probably make 4, 5, 6, 7 defenses, and they'll all come within 6 round stoppages. Between 2 to 6, I think he'll just take care of all of them. So it doesn't make sense to just keep defending, and I think the right time now, he's 30, to push on, try and capture a world title. Can always come back to SA level, but I think the goal is to become a world champion. I think the sooner we jump on that road, the better. And I think Matiti knows that Dumezweni's the goods, and he wants to invest in him, and that's why he's given him the opportunity at the IBF International. Obviously, he was impressed with Dumezweni, and now he's giving Dumezweni a big task with Lara, and he's got hope in him, and that's why he's doing it. So I think Matiti sees something, we all know there's something, and I think there's going to be something bigger after this.
Okay, you're facing Lara, as your coach alluded to. He's claimed 2 South African victories, as you also said. And do you feel that you're the person to end his run?
Yeah, for now, yeah, what I see on Lara, me is not a good boxer that I'll be scared to fight him. Yeah, it's the normal boxer. I can fight him and then I can stop him, because he's one domination.
Just explain how good he is.
I think Dumezweni's become polished in the last 2 years. I think it's a case of it's now his time to shine. I think he'll prove his real worth now against Lara. He put on a brilliant performance against Shamesha. I think the East London fans went mad about how Dumezweni performed against Shamesha, which is a good thing. And I think they're going to go even more crazy when he outshines Lara, and he takes care of it in a good way. It's not going to be, what I'm hoping for is not going to be left in a situation where, it was a close fight, is Dumezweni the goods? It's not going to go that way. I think it's just going to be a one-way show. I do think Lara is going to bring a tough fight. We're expecting that. He's been active, so we're looking forward to it. He's taken care of 2 South Africans. He stopped 24. He went to points with Nqothole. Do I think 24 and Nqothole are Dumezweni level? I don't. I think Dumezweni's on a much bigger level in his career now than he was 2 years ago, and I think he's ready to really step it up and mix with the top 20 in the world. And I think after this opportunity, that's what will come. So I'm looking forward to it. It's a good test for my guy. I know how he handles those come forward fighters. I know what he can do. And we've worked very hard for this fight. We've had a good training camp, nice and smooth for the last 7 weeks. We've got another 3 left. It's going to be a good 10-week camp. He's going to come in there very fit. He knows what he needs to do to get the job done. And I think he's just going to expose what Lara is about. And I think it's going to open up the eyes for other South African fighters there to see that they need to level up their game in order to mix at international level. And I think there's only a handful of quality South Africans that can actually mix and beat international fighters. And we've got to cherish those fighters, and we've got to get behind them. We've got to go support them. And yeah, I think on the 7th of December, people are going to be surprised with how he executes the game plan and how he makes Lara look average.
Okay, and obviously, just going a bit off topic here, the fight that social media wanted, and they were speaking about before Sikho lost his fight against Sabelo. If he comes back, because apparently there's a rematch on, and if he does win the fight, would you entertain defending your belt against him?
Against Sikho, Sikho, I could say, yeah. Sikho and Ngebinyana, they are young. Yeah. If I can take them, yeah, it will be like, yeah, I give them the rate that they fed the champion, but they won't do nothing on me. Yeah. Also, they know that they won't do nothing on me, but I'll give him the chance if you want the chance. Yeah, to come and take the loss, I'll give him.
I think if you look at Sikho and Ngebinyana, I think they've got unfinished business. I think Sikho's still young. He's a hot prospect, but you don't want to ruin that by bringing it to Dumezweni. And the same with Ngebinyana. They're 2 guys that could go and compete for the SA title at some stage. I think it makes a great derby. I think it's a nice fight. And yeah, obviously they're on a different direction. They fought for the WBA Pan-African, so obviously they're not interested in the SA title, which is their choice. They can go on and fight for the Pan-African. They can go on and do more with what they want to do. But I think for the safety of the 2 of them, they shouldn't face Dumezweni. I think they should go on different paths. And let's try and look after our hot prospects and our top fighters, and let's lead them internationally. And if it comes to a stage where they can't kick it at international level, then bring them together. If that's not what they're made of, then yeah, let's have the local derbies. But let's first try and achieve pushing them in the international route than just always wanting this local derby. Yeah, local derbies are great for the fans, and they're great for the sports of boxing, but they're not great for the fighters themselves, because it can send one fighter one path and the other fighter the other path. We look at Makabu and Thabiso. After that fight, Mkuno's career went one way and Makabu's went another way. So for some fighters to come after a derby to come back nicely after a derby is not always the best thing, especially when the guys hit a certain level. The 2 of them are still very young. It's a nice local matchup. They can still bounce back, but these fights need to happen towards the end of guys' careers, or otherwise they can end guys' careers short. So
what have you changed in his game that's made him the threat he is today? I think my team has expanded the mind of Dumezweni. I think his training made a huge difference. I think he's fitter and stronger than he's ever been before. Dumezweni's properly grown into a junior bantam, because if you look back in his history, he used to get onto the scale just over flyweight. So he's actually grown into his division, and I think that's due to the training. And I think what most importantly, his mind as a fighter has opened up, and I think it's the quality of who he's in with. He mixes up with Jackson Chowkey, he mixes up with my lightweights, my junior welters. So he's being tested with bigger guys, and he's being tested with strong guys. And if you take into account, you look at Jackson, who at 33 looks as hot as ever, and I've always said Jackson's like a fine wine, he just gets better as he gets older. And Jackson hasn't had a tough fight. So it's like I'm watching, as well as Dumezweni, he hasn't had a tough fight. So I'm watching like these 2 older guys, but they're young. The one's 33, he's 30, and it's a thing of beauty, and they're both expanding each other's minds. And to be honest, it's been a blessing, and I think that as well as we've taken something away from bringing Dumezweni into our gym, he's taken away a lot. And I think it just showed in his last fight that the time he spent here has really made a big difference in his career and where he can go to. And yeah, it's been good.
What do you think about Lara as an opponent? Just your thoughts on him, purely his ability.
Yeah, I could say Lara, yeah, he's a good boxer. Yeah, but he's not a good boxer for me. Yeah, because all I can say now, I'll beat Lara. Yeah, and I'll class him. Yeah, I know he can't move, but I'll give him the movement and I'll beat him. That's what I can say. You have to be careful when he's coming here. You mustn't come like he beat Nqothole, he beat 24, and then he's coming to beat some Athenkosi Dumezweni. Me, I'll beat him. Like hell no. He's going to see.
Laura's not a true junior bantamweight. I think Laura's a flowerweight. I think he's now going to he's going to meet a genuine junior bantam, because 24 is not a genuine junior bantam. And he fought Nqothole at flyweight. So it shows that he's actually between a fly and a junior fly. And I think he's never really tasted a proper junior bantamweight that can actually punch. So I think Laura's going to be in for a big surprise. He's obviously very confident. He's come to South Africa twice. He's taken care of 2 South Africans, and the third one's going to put him on his back. So it's fine. He can be as confident as he wants to be. He can try and come with everything he's got. Unfortunately, he's going to come short. And yeah, as I said, I think he's average. There's nothing too special to Lara. He just comes, he throws some punches, and that's Lara. Guys need to learn to adapt, and styles make fights. And unfortunately, Lara's style is made for Dumezweni. Dumezweni's just going to play with him.
And then lastly, Dumezweni, do you want to thank anyone back home that's been following your career and that's going to come and watch you on fight day?
Yeah, I could say, yeah, to my fans, yeah, they have to come to the fight and see what I have now. And yeah, they see small when I fight Slicer to Chemese. They see small. Now they will see, because I'm fighting the international guy. Now they will see what I learn in boxing. Yeah, and I will thank you for my sponsor, Eben Arts, yeah, and my gym, Durant's gym, and my people. I love them. Thanks.
Thank you very much, guys.
Thank you.